Hello, and welcome. This is your English listening practice. Today, I want to tell you about my first mistake at work. Take a deep breath, relax your mind, and get ready to listen. Speak slowly in your mind and try to understand every word. Let's begin. It started like a perfect morning. I reached the office early. The air was quiet, calm, peaceful. Only a few lights were on. I sat down at my desk, turned on my computer, and took a deep breath. Today felt productive. Today felt easy. But I had an important task. My boss asked me to send a report to a client. A very important report. The client was waiting. I opened the file, checked the numbers, checked the names. Everything looked clean. Everything looked right. I smiled a little. This is simple, I thought. I'll finish this quickly. I opened my email, typed carefully, "Dear Sir, please find the attached report. Let me know if you need any changes. Best regards." Then I attached the file. I looked at it for just a second, and without thinking much, I clicked send. Done. Easy. Perfect. I leaned back in my chair, took a sip of my coffee, and for a moment, I felt proud. But then, something felt off. A small feeling, a tiny doubt. I don't know why, but I opened the file again. And then, my heart dropped. There it was. A mistake. Not small. Not simple. A big mistake. The final numbers were wrong. Completely wrong. I froze. I checked again. And again. Hoping it would change. But it didn't. I had sent the wrong file. My hands turned cold. My mind started racing fast. What do I do now? Should I ignore it? Should I wait? Should I tell my boss? I felt nervous. I felt embarrassed. I felt stuck. For a second, I thought about doing nothing. Maybe the client wouldn't notice. Maybe it would be fine. But deep inside, I knew the truth. That was a bad idea. I took a deep breath, stood up, and walked to my boss. He looked up and smiled. "Good morning," he said. But I couldn't smile. "Good morning," I said quietly. "I need to tell you something." He looked serious now. "What happened?" he asked. My heart was beating fast. "I sent the report," I said slowly, "but I made a mistake." A short silence. Very short, but it felt long. "What kind of mistake?" he asked. "I sent the wrong file," I said. "The final numbers are incorrect." He looked at me. Calm. Not angry. Not upset. Just calm. "Okay," he said. "Did you check how serious it is?" "Yes," I said. "It's a big mistake." Another pause. I was ready for anger, for disappointment. But instead, he said something unexpected. "It's okay." I blinked. I didn't understand. Mistakes happen, he said. What matters is what you do next. I felt something change inside me. A little relief. A little hope. What should I do? I asked. Fix it fast, he said. Send the correct report. And write a simple apology. I nodded quickly. Yes, I'll do that. And next time, he added, check twice before sending. I will, I said. I went back to my desk, opened the correct file, and this time, I checked everything slowly, carefully. Numbers, names, details, every single thing. Then I wrote another email. Dear Sir, I apologize for the mistake in my previous email. Please find the corrected report attached. Thank you for your understanding. Best regards. I read it once, then again, then one more time. Only when I was sure, I clicked send. Now I waited. Minutes felt like hours. Then finally, a reply. I opened it slowly, a little nervous, a little scared. The message was short. Thank you for the updated report. That's it. No anger, no complaint, no problem. I smiled. A real smile. Later that day, my boss came to my desk. Good recovery, he said. Thank you, I replied. Then he said something I will always remember. Everyone makes mistakes, but smart people fix them quickly. I nodded. That moment stayed with me. That day, I learned something important. Mistakes are not the end. They are lessons. Now, every time I send an email, I pause. I check. Sometimes twice. Sometimes 3 times. Because I remember that feeling, that moment, that mistake, and how I fixed it. Now, take a deep breath. You did a great job listening. If you didn't understand everything, that is okay. Listen again. Practice every day, and your English will improve. Thank you for listening. See you in the next practice.